back to the workshop. This is going to be a video about the instrument that I built myself to make music for my Viking videos. Stay around till the end, where I will announce the winner of the March giveaway when we celebrated reaching 1000 subscribers. This is not strictly a Viking instrument, but it is a type of instrument that dates way back in the music tradition. And indeed it does have a very medieval and ancient sound to it. To make sound, you have a wheel that you turn like a crank that spins a wheel. The wheel then vibrates the strings, and the strings produces the sound through the sound box. The strings are touching the wheel just barely and are cushioned a little bit by some cotton that you can see here on the strings. The amount of cotton and the tension with which the strings touch the wheel determines the strength of the sound and the harshness of the sound produced. With this little screw here I can adjust the tension with which the drone strings pushes on the wheel. I made this instrument myself, no plans, no drawings, just made the parts as I went along. It's pretty crude, it's pretty rough, and I didn't really think it was gonna work. Next, the string passes into the sound box, or the key box, where the melody string vibrates, and pushing the tangents, this little wooden block will touch the string and shorten the length that the string vibrates, and thereby producing a note. This took a lot of time figuring out. I had to measure and do some math. I based the scale length on the fiddle scale and tried to mimic everything for that. I ended up having to adjust the keys a little bit here, and with tiny little screw systems I can adjust for fine tuning, so the string is cut short at the exact right point to produce a key that is in tune in the scale that I am playing. So that's basically it. You spin the crank, the wheel turns, vibrates the strings, and the keys determines the note you're playing, along with the drone that is just a continuous note that is played under. The instrument took maybe 2 or 3 months to build, and so far has taken me 2 years to get to know it. There's a lot of fine tuning. There's many places that this instrument can be adjusted and tuned. The tension of the strings to the wheel is a very important part. The distance of the movement of the tangents, the exact tuning of the little keys, the amount of rosin or rosin that goes onto the wheel. That's organic based substance from pine resin that you rub on the wheel just like you rub it on the bow of a fiddle. And in fact this is a wheeled fiddle. It functions like a fiddle but has a wheel that drives the strings instead of a bow, so you get a continuous sound instead of the bow moving back and forth over the strings. I am very, very proud of this instrument, not of the details, it could be looking way better, but that it actually functions and it works, and that I figured out how to work it. And I think the sounds are really interesting, and they suit the atmosphere and the scenery that I like to portray in my movies here on YouTube. I record some sounds of the different drone strings and the melody strings, and I add some other instruments that I play. I play the cithern, 10-stringed folk instrument that goes really well with the sounds and provides a different soundscape. And adding a bit of percussion and playing around with it, I produce some music that I think fits the Ramoni Viking Craft and Living channel very well.